All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, or Chakadash, which Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, it's his true name. And Chakadash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well in the scriptures. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in all truth and in all sincerity. And as you see on the title, all right, hey brothers, you need to rejoice, all right. For our enemies, they're falling, all right. And the reason why this video is because over the weekend, I talked to several different Edomite customers, and just in general being out and about, right? Um, you see the collapse of this place. You hear about the collapse of this place, all right? And you know, this Halloween weekend was probably the weakest Halloween that I've seen ever. Okay, the city of Chicago was dead. All right, Saturday night there was only a few places that were popping. All right, very busy, but that was maybe like three, maybe three, maybe four pockets of the city. All right, we know Chicago's huge, man, and it was really, I'll say this, in those four areas, only maybe 2 blocks of each of those areas were actually filled with people and things were going on. All right, and then I'll say this, before I came into this truth, all right, I was basically heavy into partying. All right, I was, helping, promote parties, all right, in events. Okay, I knew everybody, okay, in that type of scene. All right, so with that being said, I've been in the midst of all of this stuff, okay, and seeing it now, it's through, man. Okay. The other thing is, I talked to what was it, about 2 or 3 different Edomites. All right, one of them was telling me about his business, all right, or his former business, and he had it in his family for years. All right, his mom acquired the business in the late '70s, all right, and he acquired it in the early '90s. And he said after the whole pandemic, situation, he said he lost his business, and he's only making a fifth of what he used to make right now. All right, and he's living in an apartment. That was a beautiful statement that I heard. Just heard a former police officer telling me that he said he'll be surprised that if Chicago, has cops, all right, within this decade. He said give it a decade, and the majority of these cops are going to be, they're going to go to different cities, all right, counties to go to work. He said it's just, a complete mess, all right, you know. And it's just showing you that this is the downfall of this place, man. Everyone's unhappy. The mirth is completely gone. All right, and then we're seeing things happening throughout the world. All right, you see Esau's kingdom being divided. And you see the EU. All right, NATO. They're starting to break off from America slowly but surely. Okay, you see Russia. They're making their moves. Mind you, these are all Edomites. And with that all being said, we as men of the Lord shouldn't be, in that woe is me spirit, all right, feeling down all the time. Now you have your moments, all right, where this world beats you up, so to speak, all right. But at the end of the day, look what's going on, man. Look what's going on. You should not be in a low spirit, okay. And let me start off with this. This is Sirach 25, and I'll start at 7 here. It reads, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." You see, this right here, that should be a joy unto you, okay? Seeing the fall of your enemy, okay? We'll really pay attention to what's going on. Yeah, we're living in beautiful times, brothers and sisters, man. We're living in beautiful, beautiful times, okay? You know, like I said, this is not the time to be in that woe is me spirit. Hey, these people are doing bad out here, man. Barely making it, living paycheck to paycheck. All right. Like I said, businesses are collapsing. Mirth is gone. Everyone's depressed and stressed. We are living in beautiful times. So what's your problem, man? You know? Oh, so what? Hey, the job's making you work extra hours. Or so what? The woman left. Hey, your kids are acting up. So what, man? It is what it is. It's a part of the battle. Okay? It's something that we got to go through. All right? But once you take yourself out of the um Salaki about that. Somebody text me. I don't even know what that's about. But excuse me. But basically, once you take yourself out of the situation, hey, we're living in beautiful times. What's going on? What's up?
Sit down.
All right, go get your shoes on. Okay. But let me get this. This is Second Ezra, because you gotta remember. You gotta it says here in Second Ezra 14, and let's start at let's get straight to the point. 14. It says here, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Okay, see that's the spirit you gotta be in. You gotta let go, all right, from the mortal thoughts. All right, you can't think about the pain and sufferings that you're dealing with. You know, like I said, it's a part of this walk, man. Okay. Like I say, you're supposed to be tired from the job. You're supposed to be dealing with mental demons. Messing with your mind. You're supposed to deal with physical ailments. You're supposed to you're supposed to be dealing with your woman coming up against you, or your mom or your dad. These are this is the condition of the battle, man. All right. The Lord told us these things would occur, man. The scriptures tell you these things would happen. All right. It is what it is. So it says, cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature. And see, you got to put off the weak nature. Okay. All right. You can't let these things get to you to the point where all of a sudden now you just want to run away from the truth. You have for lack of words, a Jonah moment. All right. And I'll say this: if you're a man of the Lord and you try to run away from your lot, you're gonna have to deal with the Jonah situation. The Lord's gonna put you through hell. All right. Put you through the ringer until you get back back on track. And I'll say this: hey, certain brothers have had those situations, and it happens. Hey, but what happens? What does it say? A just man falls 7 times, but he get it back up. Hey, those brothers, got back up and got to work, man. You see? And it says, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. So don't think about how you're gonna feed yourself in the upcoming days. All right. Don't think about what's gonna happen to my family. How am I gonna survive and make it when all hell breaks loose? Don't worry about these things. All right. And it says, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. All right. So point being is, hey, a lot of evils are about to happen, man. But what's so beautiful is, as we see this place crumble, all right, we know that salvation is getting close, man. It's nearer than what we believe. All right, let's get that scripture too. All right, it's nearer than what we believe. So we should be joyous. Hey, these things have to happen. All right. Okay. This is Romans 13:11, and it reads here, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep." Okay, that word sleep, when you go into the Greek, goes into basically being under hypnosis. All right. I forgot the exact Greek word, but it goes into hypnosis. Yeah, it's time to wake up from this from the enchantments, all right, and the witchcraft of Babylon the Great. You know, get away from it. Keep separating yourself. Hey, as the scriptures say, let's get that real quick. This is becoming one of my favorite scriptures. I've been pulling this out more and more as of recent. All right, this second, I think it's 2 Corinthians. All right, I think the 6th chapter. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17, and it reads here, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my son and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. All right, so we're supposed to continue to separate ourselves. Sever yourself from this place, because look, this place is destined to fall. All right, and we're seeing it right before our eyes, man. We're seeing it. Things aren't the way they used to be. Okay, you know, hey, people aren't holding hands and singing songs, man. All right, anymore. People are on edge. They're ready to kill, you know, one another at any given moment. All right, hey, we already. Hey, I'll say this. Hey, you look what happened to that dude. Was it Takeoff, man? All right. You know, one of the Migos. You know, one of the Migos guys, man. He got blasted, man. Lord judge his ass. Okay. You know, that's out here in Chicago. You had 15 people get shot in like a drive-by or shootout, man, right on the west side. You know, people getting murked left and right. This is the spirit that these people are in right now. Okay. So with that all being said, we got to continue to separate ourselves, man, because we don't want to get the judgment. All right, we don't want to get condemned with this world. You see. All right, we want to for lack of words, make sure that our hands are clean, man. You know. You see. But let's keep reading. Let me read that again. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. And that's what we're looking for. All right, but let's go back to that Romans. We didn't finish it out, so let's get Romans. All right, chapter 13 and 11, and it reads here, and knowing the time. All right, we know the time that we're living in. All right, we're living in perilous times. Okay, and we're about to enter into the apex of Jacob's trouble. All right, hey, can you go over there with that? Hey, get out of here. Go over there. Making too much noise. And it says, and then knowing the time that now is a high time to awake out of sleep. All right. And like I said, we're almost in that time of the apex of Jacob's trouble. And evils are growing, all right, as the scriptures say. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. You know. So it says here, and see, man, it's just demons on. All of a sudden, everyone was just sleeping in this house. Now all of a sudden, the second I do this lesson, everybody's out making noise. Animals are all next to me. This is bugged out, man. And it says, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Okay, our salvation is nearer than what we believed. At any given moment, all right, this place is gonna fall, man. Hey, all we need is one major event, man. Okay, one major event for all hell to break loose, and it's coming, man. All right. Hey, they're talking about diesel shortages. Okay, and that's gonna lead to a lack of the transportation of goods, which is gonna lead to what? The lack of natural resources, which is gonna lead to what? Chaos, anarchy, all hell breaking loose. People doing home invasions. All right. Robbing one another, murdering one another, all right, for these basic goods, man. You see, and that's then what's gonna happen after that? Hey, Esau's gonna declare martial law, all right, and a lot of things are about to start happening, man. And that's just one thing. Hey, we're seeing the push for this transhumanism, all right. The era of Charagma is on the horizon, all right. Things are happening, man. So with that all being said, we should be happy, okay, and we should be getting ourselves together, man. Getting right with the Lord. You see? Close the door. All right? And it says here, verse 12, and the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. All right? And that's what we're doing right now. We need to continue doing, because, like I said, this judgment is all over. It's all over, man. All right? And like I said, that should also make us rejoice. Okay? Because it says here, where is it at? Miserable are the cities. All right? Where is it at? They have afflicted thee, roughly paraphrasing it. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see, give me one moment. Give me one moment. This is here we go. Oh, it's Baruch. I thought it was Lamentations. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 30. I started at 31. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. You see, I'll say this. Since they rejoiced when we fell, okay, they were happy about this. And you know what? Let's get a precept to prove that. This is a Revelation. All right, chapter where's 11? This is Revelation 11, and I'll start at 8, but the main points in 10. This is Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies, all right, meaning they're spiritually dead, all right, talking about you Israelites, because the majority of our people, they're not alive right now, and that's because the Lord hasn't given them the breath of life, all right, which is what? This wisdom, you see? So our people are completely through out here. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And we know that great city is talking about Babylon the Great, which is America, okay? This place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, and I don't have to get into that, all right? Look what's going on in this world. That's all I got to say. And it says, where also our Lord was crucified, all right, meaning our Lord, his image was, painted over, iconoclasm, okay, and not only just the image as you see, the depictions, okay, but also the his personality, all right, because the Lord was what, an austere man, okay, he was a strict man, but they paint, they depict the Lord as somebody that was soft, weak, that's out here just to give high five, candies, and hugs, man. That's not true, Well, let me keep reading. All right, and it says here, verse 9, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see the dead bodies, talking about these other nations, 3 days and a half, talking about a 350 year time period, roughly, okay? Because for about 350 years, the Israelites, they didn't know who they were, all right? Our heritage was completely beaten out of us, okay? That's basically the hardcore bondage period, And it says here, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, and they that dwell upon earth shall rejoice over them. You see, these heathens were happy when we fell, okay? And it says, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, all right? And those gifts, all right, are, starting with us, get out of here, starting with us, all right, as, the slaves, and then also all the goods that they traded, all right? Spices, the gold, silver, okay? Basically natural resources. They profited off of our downfall. Okay, what's up, man? What do you want? Go color. Go do something, man. Get away from me. I'm doing something here. All right, and it says, and they shall And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. Talking about the northern and southern kingdom, right? And it says, but it says here, and what? And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And that's, happening right now. These people fear, all right, the great awakening. Look what's happening, all right, in the media right now. We all know, you see the thing with Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, okay? And there's other people too who are making statements and what's happening, all right? Since they're proclaiming that we're the Israelites, and that those, Amalekites aren't the true people, the 1948ers, all right, the small hatters, those that are living in the state of Israel right now. They're saying that they're not the real people of the Lord. Now it's a huge controversy, okay? And now, they're trying to blackball them. All right, they're doing that. They're on a smear campaign right now. You see, that's ultimately because they fear. They fear us, man. They're scared of this. They don't like this. They want us to continue to just be rappers, basketball players, soccer players, football players, okay? And game bangers, thugs, all right? And coons, man. You see? But let's go back to this Baruch 4:31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. All right? And let me keep reading. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. And that's what's happening right now, man. Okay? That's what's happening right now. We're seeing the downfall of Esau, okay? Because, they did inhumane things to us. They went above and beyond, man. All right? What did the scripture say? They forward our affliction. Esau took these things overboard. And not just Esau, these other nations too, man. Okay? These other nations too. From Ham to Ishmael, Elam, they took things above and beyond. They went way too far. And now they're falling, man. And this is a beautiful thing. Now let me keep reading. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. All right? And that's what we're seeing. Like I said, I had a Edomite basically pouring his heart out, to me, so to speak, because he lost his family business. Dude was in terrible health. He had nothing going for him. Now he's living in a goddamn apartment, man. He said he's making 1/5 of what he used to make. Hey, that former cop, that Edomite, was just telling me how bad it is with the police department, and he was telling me pretty much all hell's about to break loose, man. Anarchy's about to occur because they don't have enough, they don't have enough manpower, all right, to stop crime. And you could tell, he I don't want to say scared, but he was very concerned. This place is through, and like I said, I'm driving around, just looking at the whole city and seeing how dead it is. Through, man. And that mirth is gone, man. No one's rejoicing anymore. People can barely pay their bills, man. You think people have time to party anymore? Done. Okay? Let me keep reading. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. All right, and this is going into the judgment of Babylon the Great. See how fire is coming, man. And you see, what's so beautiful is, as these people get their destruction, we get our salvation. Let me get a precept to back that up. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 18. All right, let's get this. Because remember, the Lord's all about balance. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Oops. Excuse me. Where did that go? Wisdom of Solomon 18, and I'll start at 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies. See, as our enemies get destroyed, salvation comes to us, and this is why we should be rejoicing, because we know that the time is close, man. Right? We can see it. The signs are telling us. Okay, it's evident. We are at the very end of this, man. Just a little bit more. Verse 8, for wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us, whom thou hast called. Okay? You see, we're about to get that glorification, man. All right? We're about to get that. Quick side note, because look, once this place gets destroyed, right? That means, like I said, we're getting salvation. And as we're getting salvation, okay, that means we're going to get beamed up. And as we're getting beamed up, we're going to get what? The transformation. All right? We're going to get the new bodies. The Lord's going to put the laws in our mind. Okay? And then with that comes what? The glorification. All right? And then what? Ruler and dominion ship. All right? And us having an everlasting kingdom. An age without end. All right? When it talks about a world without end. You see? Israel being in that rulership seat and never falling ever again. Okay, starting off with Yahushua, all right, King David, the rest of the apostles, all right, and whatever the order is, you know, the rest of the 144,000, all right, the 1/3, and then eventually the 2/3 are they're going to come back in the right mind, you know, and they're going to be on point too. That's why it says in the book of Romans, all of Israel shall be saved. You see? This is beautiful, man. This is these are the things that we want, man. We want a righteous, you know, a kingdom where we can experience true peace, have a true tranquility, where the earth is treated right, where we don't have to worry about our children, you know, our elderly, okay, so on and so forth, man. But this destruction must come first. It has to happen, all right. And this is what happens when a new kingdom is established. The prior kingdom has to fall. It is what it is, man. Okay? So this current place, man, that we're living in, this current setup has got to fall first. Okay? Now let me get a precept to prove that. This is let's get a second Ezra real quick. All right? This is second Ezra chapter 4 and let's get 26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend. See, hold on, let me slow down. For the world hastens fast to pass away. See, the fashion of this world is passing away, man. We're seeing it, man. It's getting destroyed. The Lord is taking this place out, you know, brick by brick, man. It's completely through, man. From the music to the to the money system, all right, to the entertainment, you know, from boxing to the NBA. This place is through, man. It's done. To all these, you know, so-called holidays, it is done. Even the people, you know, I went to Dunkin' Donuts today, grabbed a little breakfast, and I'm kind of, for lack of words, I'm like a local there, right? And the people who are working were you know, asking me how, you know, how was, you know, the trick or treating and all that, blah blah blah. And you know, I was like, oh, you know, I didn't go with, you know, my family, you know, we stayed at home, blah blah blah. You know, I was just chatting the shit, right? And they were telling me that, like, one person said no one even came by to their house. The other person said only one person came. This stuff is through, man. It is through. All right. Verse 27, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of righteousness and infirmities. Okay, and we don't even have to get into it. We know this place is full of wicked laws and regulations. Okay, full of diseases, death. Okay, this is the world that we live in right now, and that's because Esau, Edom is running it. Hey, this is the man of sin. All right. Hey, the man of perdition, as the scriptures say. All right. This place is through, man. All right. And it says, verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Okay. And the evil sown. Look at this world, man. All right. I mean, it's not. This destruction hasn't come, but it's coming soon. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. All right. So this place has to be completely destroyed, uprooted. All right, before our kingdom comes. All right. But before it's completely destroyed, you know, events are going to take place. All right. And with that being said, you know, these events are signs for us, okay, to know that the end is near. And like I said, we see it. We see it, man. And that should bring a joy to you. Hey, you should be smiling. You should have confidence, okay? You should be feeling good, man. You know, hey, these people are losing, man. I'm telling you. Like I said, I talk to a lot of people, man, for work. Shh, quiet, go. I talk to a lot of different people, all right, for work. And I'm telling you, man, these people are hurting. They are hurting, all right? And like I said, this should boost your confidence. And it should boost your spirit, brothers. They don't focus on, I think I made a lesson a long time ago, maybe like 2 years ago on it. They don't focus on the negative things. Think about the positive. Hey, once you start focusing and thinking about the positive, hey, these things that make you, you know, make things that make your life rough, okay? You know, you won't dwell on it, man. You know, you see. But you know, I'm gonna end off this lesson. Okay, I'm not gonna drag this lesson out. I think I made the point. But hey, brothers, hey man, just rejoice, man. We're seeing the downfall of our enemies, man. We're living in beautiful times. All right. And you know, hopefully this was an edifying one. And with that, you know, hey, you know, shalom to all you brothers. All right. And I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers. Shalom and a Bible ball.